Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 here, coming at you with another video. And today's video, I want to talk about Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. This game is awesome. It is so good. So, I did put on my channel previously my first impressions with the demo. And I like the game from it. You can watch that video. Recommend you watch it. Those were my first impressions, but now that I've had the game for a few days, I can say this game is really good. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. So I kind of was a little apprehensive before, because it did look like the game was like a little bit more automated than I wanted it to, and that fear kind of came up in the demo, but then I realized I was using steering assist, that they have that on by default. So once I turned that off and then did some other things, the game does feel a lot better. It's less automated than I thought it was going to be, and it does feel really good. And one of the things that I love about this game is the gadget system. So basically the way the gadget system works is you can, after you win a couple races, you can like level up your gadget system. At first, I think only 3 slots are available, but eventually you can level it up to having 6 slots available. And with these slots, you can do things that either change your car's performance or give you special bonuses or buffs. Like, for example, you can put a gadget that allows you to start the race with a boost wisp, or a bunch of other things. And what I love about the gadgets is there's a lot of features that I didn't like in the game. Like, for example, if you are driving and you brush up against a wall while you're driving or drifting or whatever, you actually start losing rings. And that sucks, because if you lose your 100 rings, or if you go below 100 rings, you lose your like maximum top speed. So that sucks when you're at 100 and then you lose like 99, and then you go down to 99 or 98, just because you grazed a wall a little bit. There's a gadget to turn that off. So if you touch a wall, there is no like negative effect ring-wise. That's awesome. Another thing that was annoying is you can kind of bump into racers, and it does alter your speed a little bit. And I do think you lose some rings sometimes. But then if you just like accidentally collide, and a lot of these tracks are very narrow, so like it's really easy to bump into people. But there's a gadget where if you bump into them, you get a boost, which speeds up the game unbelievably. And that's another thing I want to talk about, is the speed of this game is awesome. Playing on Sonic difficulty, which is what I've been playing on most. I did unlock Supersonic speed, but this game is fast, and that's what I enjoy. That's one thing I don't really like about the Mario Kart franchise, is it just feels very slow when you drive. You have to be at that like 200 cc's to actually start feeling speed. This game, it just feels fast, and that's what I like about it. Another thing I like about this game just has a bunch of really cool ideas. The rival system is brilliant. I love it. The switching to like a different track for the second lap is super cool. And the fact that like they reward like you being in first, because a big problem with these like kart racing games is if you're in first place, you just get negative effects. Like in Mario Kart, if you're in first place, you're basically open up to getting hit by blue shells, these first place attack items, that it's super fucking annoying. And you don't really get like benefit from being in first other than like winning the race at the very end. But like during the race, if you're in first, you're pretty much just a target and you don't get any benefits. But in this game, in Sonic Cross Worlds, if you're in first place, you actually get to kind of choose where the race goes, because who's ever in first gets to pick what the second lap is going to be. And I think that is such a cool feature. And it's really rewarding for a first place position. So, again, most of these kart games, they don't reward you for staying in first place, but this one found a way to do it, and I appreciate that. And yeah, it controls well, and you can really alter how your car moves via the gadgets, which I like, so you can really tailor the game to your play style. Another thing that's like great about the game is the red rings. I think it gives a bunch of replayability to these tracks, so you're not just playing them just to play them again. Collecting the red rings is awesome, and if you get all the red rings in one like race, like one lap, or yeah, at the end of one race, you get like a bunch of tickets, which is awesome because it takes a while for you to get tickets to buy stuff in the game. That leads me to my next point, is I love the unlockable content in this game. They have a ton of unlockable stuff, mainly being like car parts you buy with tickets, but then you can buy like decals for your car, stuff like that. You could also get skins for your character by leveling up their like friendship meter, which is super cool. So you're constantly unlocking stuff, and the best part is like playing the game, you get more tickets, and you feel like you're unlocking more as you go on. You always feel like you're earning things while playing through this game, whether it just be going through a track again, doing a time trial, things like that. It's really, really good. And another thing I like about this game, and I think it's going to benefit it in the long run, is it has a very long DLC roadmap. And what I mean by that is they have planned DLC for this game for the next year. For Q4 of 2026, we are going to be getting DLC for this game. So basically, I think every probably like 2 or 3 months, we're probably going to get different DLC for this game up until the end of like next year. So that's super good, and that is super good for this game's longevity. And what I hope this game becomes is what like Xenoverse 2 is to like Dragon Ball Z. I hope Sonic Cross Worlds Racing becomes that to Sonic, where this just becomes a game where they don't necessarily make a sequel to it. They just keep adding on with different DLCs and adding tracks and characters and skins. And it does help that they are adding like free DLC and then paid DLC if you buy the season pass. And I heard from the creators of the game, it's they plan on continually supporting this as long as it has an active player base. So I'm going to do my part and probably play this game at least once a week. Probably every day for the next like 2 or 3 months. But then definitely play it at least once a week. Just because I want Sega to know that this game is actually really good. I really do enjoy it. And I want you to keep adding to it. And hopefully they start adding really cool characters. I would want to see Excalibur Knight Sonic. I want to see Dark Knight, or Darkspine Sonic. I want to see IDW characters added to the game. They already have a board of Whisper, like one of the Extreme Gears. They have one based on like Whisper's weapon. So again, I think it's just a matter of time before they start adding the IDW characters like Tangle, Whisper, probably Surge, and yeah, we're probably going to get some IDW characters in here eventually. But I really do, and this is like hopium that I'm on right now, but I would be amazed. And again, this is the only game where I think this could actually happen. We might be able to see a Freedom Fighter from the Archie Sonic comic. Honestly, if we just got Sally Eggcorn in this game, this would be a massive win. Again, I would love to see the entire Freedom Fighters in here. Like Antoine, Rotor, Bunny. Those would be amazing additions. And definitely, I would love to see my boy Scourge the Hedgehog. If he made it in this game, if he made it into an actual Sonic game, that would be amazing. And honestly, I think this is the only game they even have a remote shot at, like, being in. But, yeah, and, like, the other DLC, too. I didn't even talk about the crossover DLCs with, like, SpongeBob that's going to come out next month. Or, because I think the ones they have now is SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Avatar, and Mega Man. Are all the planned DLC that they have for the crossover. Oh, well, I guess, and also Minecraft. They have Minecraft coming, too. For all, like, the franchise DLCs. But again, I would love to see even more franchises come out in this. Again, if they're making a deal with Capcom, put Dante in the game. Devil May Cry, that would be awesome. Or Beautiful Joe. Like, if you have a deal with Capcom or using Mega Man, find other characters. Oh, and we're getting Pac-Man as well. So, again, we're getting Pac-Man. So, I would love to see this game go on in the future, have even more crossover DLC characters, and bring back some, like, good characters, too. Like, I would love to see Chaos Zero. Takal would be a really cool one. Maria Robotnik would be a cool character to race as. Again, it's just like there is no shortage of characters you can add to this game. So, and again, I'm just excited. I just want to see this game do well and just go on and be as big as it possibly can be. The only gripe I have with this game, and I'll say this will be the last thing I mention, is I think it's weird that you can't do single races, like single free races. All the other Sonic games allowed you to do that, like Sonic racing games. This game you can't. So say you want to race on like Radical Highway and you want to have like the other racers there to race against and do it. You have to do it through the Grand Prix. So you actually have to play a race before that one, then you get Radical Highway, then you have to do another race, and then you have to do like the 3-lap race with all the other tracks. So again, if you want to do like a normal race, you have to go through the Grand Prix. And I just find it really weird that they didn't put like just a single race option in the game. Hopefully they add that later on. I don't know, this might just be like a day one thing and they plan on patching that in later. But again, I would like the ability to do like actual single races on tracks without having to go through the Grand Prix. And actually have the racers, because you can do the single tracks in time trial, but that's just you alone. That's not, they have no items, they have no whatever, no other characters. It's just a time trial run. So I think that's just kind of weird. They might have just thought like, oh, you'll just play online and that'll be it. But I do find that's kind of annoying. But other than that, those are all my thoughts on Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I think this game is legit. It is super fun. I'm having a ton of fun playing it. I've been playing it so much, I'm starting to get like wrist pain. I've been playing it that much. So, yeah, anyway guys, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Love to hear what you think about it. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one, and I'll probably see you on the racetrack. See you in the next time, guys. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.